Good morning. Welcome to your early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist, and I'm giggling because as I was putting the phone in the tripod for this video, my baby finger slipped and started the countdown, and you almost got to see the world sideways. I didn't know it would turn itself off and we could keep going, but it did, which is a lovely thing. So now I know that. So today is Sunday, and when I went to pick the card deck for today, or have it pick me, we ended up with the same card deck. Let me find my cover here. Oh, here it is. My Cheryl Richardson Grace Cards deck. And I'm like, really? Again? Because we've been getting this deck a lot lately. But then I saw the card, and I'm like, oh yeah, this one. So our card for today is Valor. Valor. It's a kind of a strange picture. I don't quite get the picture, but Valor. So, I'd like you all to take a couple of nice deep breaths. Good morning, Tammy. Glad you're here. Welcome, welcome. I think you're going to like our card today. It is Valor. So, if you want to take a couple of nice deep breaths, letting your shoulders drop, opening your mind, allowing thoughts to just drift on through, settling right into here and now. Welcome to whomever else just joined us. Can't see your name, but I see the number went up, so glad you're here. And just a little wiggle to settle in. Right here, comfortable, ready to learn, present. So, our card is Valor, and the words say, be courageous. The unmistakable touch of grace will follow us wherever we go. The unmistakable touch of grace will follow us wherever we go. And there's that word grace again. We've had that popping up repeatedly the last several days. So I want you to just imagine that. I want you to close your eyes again, sit up straight. Don't close your eyes if you're driving. But imagine that your crown chakra, the very top of your head, is spinning open, and grace is pouring down. Liquid grace is pouring down from above. And you are the vessel being filled up with grace. There's grace bathing every cell of your being. And that grace will become more and more evident over the next several days as you deal with daily life, maybe some situations that in the past you might have gotten bristly with and now can take it in a more magnanimous sort of way, just allowing what is to be. And then the other words on that card are be courageous. So I want you to tap into your lion's heart, that big heart that you have, breathing in there. Again, seeing every cell of your heart bathed in grace. And that grace allows us to be courageous. And courageous might be continuing to get out of bed every morning. Courageous might be speaking your truth quietly but firmly about something. Nope, I can't go with that, or that doesn't work for me, or let me tell you my perspective. Something along those lines. But speaking your truth, freeing up your throat chakra. Be courageous. The unmistakable touch of grace will follow us wherever we go. In fact, I believe that grace actually leads us so we can follow it. We know when we're called for something. We know when we're called to speak up. We still do that waffle of, well, should I say something or shouldn't I? If you had the thought about it, there's probably something it would be good to say. Doesn't mean you have to go into a whole pontification about it, but there may be at least a few words you need to say. I have some other thoughts on that. Would you be interested in hearing them? Can I tell you what I think about that? I have some strong feelings about that. Can I share those with you? And if you've been relatively quiet, if you've bitten your tongue a lot, which is not necessarily good for you as a human being. Health-wise, it's not so hot for you to always bite your tongue. Certainly there are times when it's better to keep it to yourself. One of those being when you know it's not going to go anywhere anyway. But even then, sometimes we feel it's important to speak our truth. I don't care to argue with you about this, but I just want you to know I'm coming at it from a different perspective. That may be enough. That may be enough. So, taking the time to tune into yourself. We've talked about that the last several days. Knowing your own position on something. Well, how do I feel about that? What do I think about that? What could I learn about that? If it's something that you don't understand, maybe you need to do a little learning on that. So I had posted something about transgender kids, and someone private messaged me and said, "What is cisgender?" And my response was basically, look it up. Look it up. That's a brilliant opportunity for learning. Check it out. See what you can learn about it. And again, part of this being courageous is allowing everyone to have their own opinion about things, and everyone to be coming at things from where they're coming at. And some of those are going to be relatively informed decisions or positions, and others of them are going to be knee-jerk reactions. Is what it is. Is what it is. Be courageous. The unmistakable touch of grace will follow us or lead us wherever we go. So that's what I'd like you thinking about today, is valor. That bravery, that courageousness that we can show in the face of difficult circumstances. Touched by grace. Absolutely touched by grace. So I just wanted to mention a couple of things that are going on, because we'd love to have some people joining us for some of the events that we have coming up. So moon ceremony is going to be on Friday, next Friday. We bumped it to Friday for a couple of reasons. One, it lands right on April Fool's Day and the day of that specific moon. And if you haven't done any of our moon ceremonies, or if you have, come and join us. They are just a beautiful chance to connect with wonderful human beings and to be a part of something that is greater than ourselves, which is so helpful when we're slogging along through the day-to-day stuff, to get a broader perspective. Oh, that makes sense. Probably not going to bother me as much as it's been bothering me. So that moon ceremony is actually on Friday, April 1st at 6:30. And then Sunday is our Empowerment Rising. And this one is developing and keeping kick-ass faith and trust. And boy, are we being called to step forward in faith and trust right now, right? So here's opportunities to practice that with others, to get into the group energy of faith and trust, which will help you hold your own faith and trust. So those are a couple of things that I have going on in the next week that I thought you might be interested in. If you want to check them out, you can find them on this Empowerment Rising Facebook page, or you can find them on my website, which is empowermentandpurpose.com. Have an awesome Sunday. Take some time for you. Take some time to stare out the window and just be. Take some time to be outside and breathing fresh air. Life is short. Engage. Bye-bye.